Hi, my name is Carol. Welcome back to my channel, Twin Flame Conscious. So this week I'm going to be doing an energy reading for the week of February 17th to the 23rd. That also includes the full moon on Tuesday the 19th. Now, of course, as everybody knows, full moons tend to be highly energetic, and there's different things that can happen during those times. So we want to kind of figure out how to navigate that time period so that we can come out of it pretty much unscathed and as calm and quiet, as peaceful as possible out of that. So because of that, I actually decided to use a deck I just got. It's called the Moonology Oracle Card Deck by Yasmin Boland. And as soon as I pulled this deck out, I just loved it because I'm a Cancer and this deck really spoke to me. The pictures are pretty. It has different phases of the moon on them that coincide with the guidance on them. So I thought this was a great deck to use for this reading. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull 4 cards for the actual reading, and then I'm going to pull clarifiers from Doreen Virtue's Flower Therapy deck, and also the Wild Offering Oracle by Tasha Silver. All right, so I'm going to start shuffling. And while I'm doing this, I'll go through some things that I've kind of learned while I've been on this journey myself this week, because I was talking to a friend of mine who's also on the twin flame journey, whether she wants to admit it or not. And we were talking about how we as humans sometimes hold on to the labels because we don't want to give up something that's potentially good or life-changing, things like that. And we talked about how I was just discovering that I actually manifested the person who's my twin by following some advice that I had read by actually leaving space for him in my life. So even though at the time I didn't have anybody in particular that I was with, what I did was I made a space in the bed for that person. I slept on one side and they had the other side. I left space in my closet. One side of the closet was for them and the other side was for me. And in my bathroom, I had my things on one side and space for that other person's things on the other. And what ended up happening, and I didn't even realize it until recently, is that the person that's my true twin, when he moved in, he just kind of seamlessly took over those spaces that I had left for him. And so the twin journey really is a journey of the law of attraction and manifestation, and I think that's one of the points that a lot of us on the journey forget sometimes. It's not about, as a friend of mine says, it's not about expecting and efforting, it's about allowing and attracting. And when we can get to the point where we allow and attract and take whatever the universe gives us, when divine timing comes into play and we are ready, the person that we're supposed to be with will come along. So that's just kind of something that I learned while I was doing this that I thought maybe you would appreciate. All right, we're looking for 2 more cards. Oh, too many came out there. And by the way, the candle that's on my table is actually, believe it or not, from Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree now sells chakra candles, and I've actually bought 4 of them. One's a heart, one's a crown, one's a brow, and one's a root. And when I saw them, I said, wow, so Dollar Tree is now awakened, which I thought was pretty funny. And they actually are allowing things in that people are now getting interested in. It's just kind of a sign to me that as time is going on, people are becoming more aware of what's going on around them and the energies that have come into play and how they are supposed to proceed in life and on their own personal journeys. So I just thought that was interesting. So yeah, these chakra candles are $1 at Dollar Tree, and I thought it was a great buy. So what I did today before I lit this candle was I actually pulled a card out of the deck, and whatever color was on that card is the candle that I decided to burn. So today, the crown chakra candle came out. Okay. So, the first card that came out is New Moon in Taurus, and it says, prosperity lies ahead. So, if you've been working on anything in the past couple of weeks, especially since the new moon, this card tells me that the energies around this time are going to show that you're going to start benefiting from whatever you may have started around that time, whatever it may be. The full moon is the climax of the pinnacle, so this is the time when you actually would now probably start seeing the results of whatever efforts you put forth at the beginning of that cycle. So that's actually a very positive card. If you've been trying to manifest money or anything like that, this actually is promising that there's a good possibility that you're going to reap the rewards from whatever you were doing at the time. So I actually like that that card came out. That's a great card. Let's actually do this. I'm going to read this card from the book. New Moon in Taurus. Okay, so the second card in this reading is the full moon in Capricorn, and it says the end of a tough cycle approaches. So this card is showing that if there has been hardship at all in what you've recently been doing, or you've been through a rough patch where you've been struggling, kind of goes along with this card. Prosperity lies ahead. Your struggling times and the times that you've had where things were hard are now coming to an end. What a great message for this reading coming into the full moon. The third one says, we love this as twin flames, don't we? Balance spirituality and practicality, full moon in Pisces. So this is showing us that no matter what happens, whatever cycle we've been in, we must find some sort of balance, okay? In other words, you can't totally commit to spiritual things and forget about the other things that are going on in your life. You can't totally focus on the other things going on in your life and forget the spiritual things. You have to have both in order to be able to get where you need to be. And again, this is where divine timing comes in. When you are able to reach this balance, that's when things start coming into play and things start happening and you start manifesting the way you want to. So again, great message for this reading. And I love the last one. Have faith in your dreams, the waxing crescent moon. So what's this telling us? Whatever we've been dreaming, make sure you have faith in it. Because if you do whatever you've been doing, according to these cards, your dreams are going to come true. You just have to have faith. Whatever you do, don't give up, because you will get what you want as long as you keep going and you have faith. What a wonderful ending to this particular part of the reading. What I'm seeing here is that we're going through cycles. We're finishing up things. We may still be doubting what we're doing, but have faith. Make sure you have balance. If you do, once you reach the end of the cycle, however difficult it may have been, you'll achieve whatever prosperity you wanted. I really like the way this laid out right here. That was really neat. So just for some clarifiers, although I don't know if there's a whole lot of clarification that needs to be done on this, but I love my flower therapy deck, so I'm going to pull one card from it for clarification. one card for this energy reading for the full moon. The card that came out was past life healing. The situation has been triggered by one of your past lives. Heal the past and you bring healing to the present. So what this is telling me is that if we have been going through difficulties, there's a possibility it's because of something that's happened to us before. Okay, sorry about that. So this card is showing that something that's happened at some point in your timeline is still affecting you. It's time to figure out what that is, because it's going to be very difficult to go through this cycle to get to here until this is taken care of. And the last card I'm going to pull is from the Wild Offering Oracle deck by Tasha Silver. One card, please, for this Twin Flame Oracle reading for the week of the full moon on February 19th. Oops, too many cards. One card, please. Okay, this card says being enough. It says the innermost heart says you are enough. Nowhere to go, nothing to get, nothing to change. No need to grow more deserving. You, yes, you are love. What a great ending to this reading. This is basically saying that we are who we are. We don't need to be anything else, because what we are is what's going to get us to this point. There's a difference between change and growth. We don't need to change according to this, but what we do need to do is grow. And this is one of the ways that we grow, is by dealing with past issues. I actually really enjoyed this reading. I enjoyed how the cards came out. This is so encouraging for people on this journey, because how hard do we sometimes work, and we wonder if all our hard work is going to be worth it. This is saying it's absolutely going to be worth it. Just make sure you put in the work, but make sure you find balance, make sure you have faith, make sure you heal, but most of all, make sure you understand that you are love, and because you are love, you are enough. Thank you for listening to my reading. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any suggestions, please put them in the comments. You can also email me at twinflameconscious@gmail.com, and I will get back to you as quickly as I can. Again, my name is Carol. Thank you for watching my video. If you like what you saw, please like, subscribe, and share, and I will see you in next week's reading. Take care. Be blessed. Bye-bye.